Good afternoon, everyone. As Federico mentioned, I have the honor of being the designated chair of Iveco Group, and it is with great pleasure that I welcome you today. When I addressed the investment community in 2019 at CNH Industrial's Capital Market Day, we unveiled our plan to demerge Iveco Group with the aim of listing in early 2021. As for many, 2020 disrupted this plan as we focused our energies on keeping our people safe, ensuring business continuity, and supporting our dealers, suppliers, and the communities in which we operate. As a result of these efforts, we ended 2020 with all our sites back up and running, a very strong cash and liquidity position, and stronger relationships with all our stakeholders. All of this means that today we are in a position to fulfill the goal that we set back in 2019 of listing Iveco Group. The rationale for this transaction is as compelling now as it was 2 years ago, if not more so. Our two businesses have customers with varying needs and diverging market outlooks. The competitive landscape for each business is different. There are also few synergies between them beyond engines, which Iveco will continue to provide to CNH Industrial under a long-term supply agreement, so that both groups benefit from the technology and regulatory-driven advances in the on-highway sector. Therefore, as a board, we remain convinced that it is right to make Iveco Group an independent company and believe its prospects are stronger and its future is brighter as a standalone company. You may be aware that earlier this year we had an offer from a third party for parts of our on-highway business. When we evaluated this option and compared it to the benefits for our stakeholders, it was clear to us that this separate listing for Iveco Group remained the right route to take. The demerger of CNHI will create two strong companies, primarily split between on and off-highway and broadly equal in scale. The companies will be listed separately and there will be no cross-shareholdings. The two companies will be independent with strong governance based on proven policies and practices. They will each have solid capital structures and dedicated and experienced leadership teams, enabling them to deliver on their strategies and financial targets. Iveco Group will have its own high-quality board, which brings diverse experience and expertise in areas including commercial vehicles, off-highway machines, energy infrastructure, digitalization, and large corporate transformation. We are also pleased that Exor, the largest shareholder of CNH Industrial, has confirmed its support for this transaction, as well as its commitment to the long-term development of both companies. In terms of timing, we are on track with the plan we set ourselves at the start of the year. The Netherlands Authority for the Financial Markets, also known as AFM, has recently approved our prospectus. And, pending the necessary shareholder and regulatory approvals, we expect to list Iveco Group on Euronext Milan on the 3rd of January. This will be Iveco Group's sole listing. Shareholders will receive one Iveco share for every 5 they hold in CNH Industrial, and the share structure, including special voting shares, will be the same. Importantly, Iveco Group will have a separate debt and financing structure and will not carry any of the legacy capital market debt of CNH Industrial. My colleagues will take you through this in more detail later in the presentation. CNH Industrial has a history of successfully delivering on its ESG commitments, reflected in the fact that we have led our industry in terms of ranking on the main ESG indices. Only last week, our position was confirmed in the Dow Jones Sustainability Indices, with CNH Industrial maintaining the highest score in the machinery and electrical equipment industry segment for the 11th consecutive year. Iveco Group has been a key contributor to this success. As an independent company, Iveco Group is targeting net zero carbon emissions by 2040. This is a new and ambitious target. It includes not only Iveco Group's own operations, but also its entire value chain, including our partners and our end products and services. In addition to targeting net zero, we remain committed to reducing injuries amongst employees and contributing to ever-increasing safety on the road. We will maintain an engaging and inclusive work environment within our company and with partners, and we will develop products that are fully circular, with their emissions and energy life cycle taken into account. Gerrit and Annalisa will provide you with specific targets and further insights on these areas. These goals have the full support of Iveco Group's management team, and their incentives will be linked to progress made in achieving them. There will be oversight and support from our ESG committee, which will report directly to the board. Given all of this, I am very excited by the future that Iveco Group has in front of it. It is a future that will be powered by new energy and new ambitions and led by a courageous and committed management team. With that, we would like to show you a short video before I hand over to Gerrit, who will take you through the new Iveco Group in more detail.